Well, hey guys, welcome back to the TohirT channel. Tohir's here. I hope you had a fantastic week. The weekend is going well. As always, welcome back to my channel. And yeah, we're still in Jamaica, but this is gonna be the last video. And I figured for this specific video, I will talk a little bit about the video equipment that I bring with me when I travel. Specifically, I want to talk about 3 different lenses that I bring with me. So I can only show you 2 lenses currently, because the third one is actually the one that I'm shooting on. The first one, the 50mm, they usually call it a portrait lens, but I use it not only for the portraits or photos of my family and the b-roll that I shoot around different places. The reason why I like this specific lens, it has a very big aperture of 1.8, which means that it opens up wide and it takes in a lot of light and it creates this kind of blurry background that you see on a lot of portrait photography. The second lens that I'm using is this 70x200 lens, and it's actually a telephoto lens. As you can see, it expands a lot and it actually captures a lot of different ranges. It can be used either for something close or even some of the portrait photography, or as you expand it, I can go and reach and pretty much take photos of different wild animals or any other, cinematographic items further out away from me. And the reason why I like this, because it's super fast, it's a little bit bulky, but it does provide this flexibility when I need to shoot something high up in the air in Bali, or something like a bird, which is maybe not that far away, but I don't want to necessarily get too close and spook it. So it gives some interesting footage. I should have picked a little bit of a different view because I'm like, my legs are getting sore. Finally, the third lens that I'm currently using is this wide 10 to 20mm lens that is actually perfect for this kind of videos, because it not only takes a good video of myself or anyone in its focus, but also the surrounding, and I can actually go ahead and either bring it in and zoom in on my face when I'm trying to emphasize a particular point, or zoom it all the way out for you to see my actual surrounding and where I'm currently sitting. So this lens is very versatile in that regard, and I think since I bought it, that became pretty much my primary lens for that exact reason, that I can go and pick the right focal length for my video. Now, I never thought I'll be the kind of person who will go ahead and travel with multiple lenses. I always thought it was kind of silly to actually invest, to invest in different kind of lenses, but I realized that that kind of versatility is important, because I can go ahead and use this 50mm and take some photos of my family or shoot some b-roll, and then I can switch over to this telephoto lens, and I can maybe reach something out further in the woods and take a shot or take a video of them, and then switch back to this 10x20 that I'm currently using for the rest of the video. So that kind of versatility does offer me a little bit of a range of creativity, as well as just the diversity of shots and the angles, and maybe even the picture for you guys as a viewer, so that you're not getting bored when I'm making these kind of videos on the road. And finally, you might be limited by the amount of space you have, so 3 lenses might not necessarily be a great option, and you might be better off bringing something more compact in terms of the package. And yeah, I just decided to shoot this sequence because I really wanted to make a video with this little house in it. Trying to be creative, hey. For example, I would not necessarily pack all these 3 lenses and this camera just to go to the beach. I'd probably much rather just take a GoPro with me, because it's a better setup for that kind of a use case. And finally, let's not forget that the technology gave us one of the best cameras right here in the pocket of our jeans or pants or skirt or whatever else, you get me. The technology gave us the phones, and the smartphones these days have pretty amazing cameras, especially the iPhone 10, Google Pixel 2, and a couple of other models like Samsung. I think Galaxy 9 has pretty decent camera. Why won't you just pack even lighter and use a smaller, versatile gadget like this? My overall message for this video is really just don't go crazy. The equipment doesn't make your video, you make it. And I think it's even more interesting when you try to challenge yourself by making a video using a limited amount of equipment, because you do not always have access or means to afford all the equipment. So sometimes you just want to stick to what works and keep using it until you either generate some sort of revenue from it and you can reinvest it to buy more equipment, or you realize that that piece of equipment is all you need to make a successful video creator out of yourself. And this is all that I have for you guys this week. This is the last video that I'm making out of Jamaica. The next video is going to be shot back in New York or Connecticut or somewhere else in the United States. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, let me know in the comments below what you thought about this video, and I will see you all next Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern on this very channel. Peace! And by the way, while I was here with my little one, I had to watch a lot of kids shows just to keep him, you know, occupied while we're on the break staying in the hotel. And I can tell you this much. SpongeBob SquarePants and The Loud House are actually pretty fun and entertaining TV shows. Yeah, I just discovered those two for myself. That was also the result of this video journey and exploration. See you all next week. Peace.